What's up everybody? My name is Elliott and welcome to another vlog on the channel. Now it is an early 7 a.m. morning, but that's because today we have a cars and coffee for the first time since like February. I'm really excited about it. I do need a couple of minutes to wake up, but you know what really helps me wake up in the morning? A cold start. Alright guys, that cold start really helped me wake up, but we are on our way to the parking lot location for the Cars and Coffee. I met up with a few car friends beforehand, so now we're rolling in kind of a big pack. We're pulling in, we got Viper behind us, and we got a whole string of vehicles up ahead. This is the part though, you gotta drive around the water because everybody just washed their car. But yeah, this is our first Cars and Coffee since February. And February wasn't even a real Cars and Coffee, it was just kind of a preview event. Normally Cars and Coffee doesn't start until March, but because all of the stuff started happening with COVID in March, we just haven't had a Cars and Coffee or really any car show this whole year. So it was really cool that they organized this event that, you know, we at least get one in before the end of the year. I'm excited. There should be a huge turnout to this event. So let's go walk around and check out the cars and see who else shows up. All right, so we parked the car. Let's take a look around at what all's here. This is kind of the group we walked in with. So we've got an NSX, an R8, Clown Shoe with some period correct BBSs. That is an awesome car. We've got Johnny's Ferrari. This is actually an LS swapped Z. This thing is awesome. I had this was being built around the same time that my Corvette was being painted, which I guess I haven't shown on the channel yet, but I will. This is Rob's DB9, Rob's 911, the pride and joy of the show here. You know, everybody's gathering around it. You can't help it. Look at that Hellcat. How rare. Also, take a look at this first gen Murcielago. That is so clean. God, I love those early cars so much. Look what I found. 100% Jake, Johnny, what's up? Jake's got to put his stuff in my trunk because he drove a motorcycle. And Jake, you ready for this cavernous trunk?
Yeah, let's see. What do we got?
Look at all that space. You could get in there almost.
Ah, yes, it holds one backpack and a jacket.
What more do you need? Look at that quality.
It only rattled a little bit.
Yeah, you know, it's a Dodge.
It's a Chrysler. Checks out.
All right, let's go walk around and look at some cars. All right, so got the boys with me. Look at this Porsche. Look at that interior. That is awesome. And this is a real ZL1 1LE. This is one of the first years, and this was the first one in town. It's a stick shift car. He only tracks this car. He drives it on the street like just to a couple of miles to shows like this, but otherwise every single mile on this car is either from an autocross or from a track day event. It's incredible. He's got his helmet. Let's see, I also bet it doesn't even have a license plate. That's badass. Got a cool Mustang here. Huh, that's why the hood's popped. I was like, it's a really clean 5.0. That is why the hood's popped. All right, wrapping up the Bob section here. Got a Lotus, DeLorean, and the Renault Alpine. Hoovy did a video on this thing, but these are just incredibly rare cars, and they're so beautiful in person. Just take a look at this thing. Rear engined. So the engine is back here, and the cool part, the reason he actually brought these two together is they basically share a motor, but the motor in the Alpine makes a lot more power. It's still really cool to see these two cars together. We've also got the Martini liveried Alpha 4C right here, and these things are just so cool. What a beautiful, beautiful car. And the way the swoops really highlight the scoop, that's just awesome. Oh, still says Martini on the front. That is awesome. Little known fact about 100% Jake, he's also 100% a photographer, and he's trying to get these nice candid shots of people looking and enjoying these automobiles here at Cars and Coffee. He's got no input, but his face says it all. That's what he's doing. Oh, look, a mild cam ZL1. Now that's interesting because the exhaust is in tour, so or whatever, it's in like quiet mode.
Yeah, that's quiet mode.
Where do you guys want to go? This way? This way? This way? We got a ton of cars here. this is interesting. A rare slammed 4Runner. Everybody else lifts these up, but this one is way slammed, and obviously it's on air ride because this thing is just on the ground. Let's take a look at this thing. Look at that. Those wheels are like perfectly tucked. This reminds me of those like Dubs models from when I was a kid.
This is Midnight Club as it gets.
This is awesome. I mean, look at this. And this is a 4Runner, and I'm standing above it. This is nuts. Of course, you got the airbag delete mod. A must on your cars sometimes. And look at this S10. This thing's got one of those wild lowrider paint jobs from, you know, the 90s. Oh, and the bed is just like perfectly molded around it. That is badass. All right, we got a really cool Volkswagen here and a wild wrap on this Mustang. Look at this. It also appears to be on air ride. Apparently it is definitely not on E85. So just kind of jumping around here, but got this really sweet turbo on a Civic. Hood exit exhaust. That's pretty sweet. I definitely really like turbo front wheel drive cars because they just kind of, once you hit boost, it's and they just kind of spin the front wheels. It's a lot of fun. Found an E46. Johnny, SMG or not? SMG or not? My favorite transmission.
Nah, even nuts. Just bought it.
Oh, it is. That's new. So Johnny, you might be seeing this one soon.
Hopefully not, but yeah, probably.
No, people hate on the SMG. I'll eventually do a whole video on it. It's fun. You just have to appreciate the transmission for what it is. Okay, so these guys are all in the same gang. Subculture. Focus ST with a yellow front mount.
Look at them four over there.
You can tell Johnny's getting excited about the BMWs in the show. Oh, look at that. He's pulling away silently. This is the hybrid life, guys. Oh, it's so cool.
Everyone craps on us for being slow, but they're still like, what, 5 seconds 0 to 60?
The thing that people crap on them for is they're slow for a $100,000 car, but they're really fast for a hybrid. A, and B, they're just gorgeous. Who cares?
It's not like you're not getting the value for your money.
And they have cool doors, and that alone is worth six-figure price tag.
Billionaire doors.
To me. Yeah, they are. They're billionaire doors. Like this. Boomer mode right here. Although this is exactly like how I'd get mine, probably. Ooh, and it's a manual. Oh, look at this. FD RX-7. Oh my goodness. Look at the cage in there. What? This is awesome. I've never seen this in town before. Dude, this thing's sweet.
Yeah, I want to meet the owner of this. I've never driven a rotary before. I really want to.
Oh man, you noob. Tyler had a very good observation about this this RX-7.
We were wondering if it was rotary still or V8 swapped like all of them are at this point. Took a quick glance underneath and unfortunately noticed, or fortunately, depending on your thought, you've got two headers coming down instead of just one. So it's definitely got all 8 cylinders in this one.
So yeah, I didn't even take a look around back, but look at this. It's got exhaust coming out on both sides. Really cool diffuser. Oh, yeah. All of us being like, oh, we've discovered it's a V8. The whole time on the plate, it says LSFD. You know, sometimes the owners of the cars are just telling you, but you have to figure it out for yourself. But whatever, that's the fun of Cars and Coffee. Right-hand drive MR2 with a child seat. I know that life. That is awesome. This thing's so clean too. I love custom tags. I love funny ones. This one says no digs. And this Fiesta ST has slossed.
Pretty sure that's slow ST, but
no,
go off.
It's slossed. Also, this GN has Lord Vader, which is pretty cool because it's an all black, you know, GN. Oh, haha. See, I think it's Moistang, but definitely it looks like Moisting. Maybe, is that because it makes the ladies? We have the latest GT500 right here.
And I did this to the brakes on the...
You know, the other thing that's cool, and I haven't seen one in person, that I wish the Hellcat had. If you look at the hood, it's very vented. It has a removable rain tray. So this just pops out. So if you wanted to, you can remove that and get even better heat extraction. but with it in place, it doesn't just rain water into your engine bay like it does on the Hellcat. Got Cobra Gang, various engines in them. Couldn't tell you which one was which, but yeah, pretty cool. GTR, we already looked at that GT500. We got a ZL1 right here. Oh, Evo 10, rare. ZL1 1LE. Oh, look at this, C6 ZR1. Ooh, and it's modified. Look at that.
No, that's all stock.
Yeah.
Straight from the factory.
When these were brand new, my buddy's dad had one, and it was the first car that felt sport bike fast to me. The kind of unreal acceleration that you just feel like shouldn't be possible in a car. The first time I ever felt that sensation was in one of these, and I can't imagine one that's been modified. This thing must be a monster. Jake noticed something on the supercharger here. You know, like AMGs, different hand-built cars have their little signature on them. Well, apparently this one does too. And this one was built by John Ross. John Ross from Watch JR Go built this motor and even got to stamp it. How cool is that?
He's been holding out on us.
Wow, yeah, so that's what he really does. See? That's amazing. Who knew? Okay, so we have to walk away from the main pack here, but you'll see why. One of the cars that just pulled up is the real Monaco pace car from like I don't even know. I don't want to say what year. This was the real pace car from the Monaco Grand Prix. Look at this, a real early Countach. That is something you don't see every day. If you do see one, it's probably a kit car, but not this one. Johnny, what do you think?
Gorgeous.
Jake, any thoughts on this?
The best thing about a real Countach is that the interior still looks like a kit car.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that positive take on this one-of-one rare automobile.
Oh, you can count on me to appreciate things.
Oh, not to be missed, Veloster N. Johnny's leaving us. Johnny's tired of this vlog. Vlog BS.
I'll be back.
All right. Look at this slammed LS. That is really, really clean. Pop this open. How many miles are on this? 140,000 miles, and I'm telling you, it looks brand new in here. That's incredible. This is a really rare green FRS, or I guess, what are they called now? GT86. Sorry, when I was a kid, they were FRSs. Now, what's really interesting is this lifted RV Mercedes Sprinter van. Look at this thing. This thing is awesome. Got a ladder. Also, it's the Sportsmobile. Called, Jake?
Yeah.
Called the Sportsmobile. I also didn't realize the guy was in there that whole time. So that makes it a little bit more awkward. That's vlogging in public for you. Look at this 3000 GT. So clean. Are we a VR4?
Yeah.
It is. This is kind of the outskirts. We definitely skipped over some stuff to go look at that Countach, but I'm glad we did, because look, there's a Thunderbird right here that is just beautiful. Now, the cool thing about these is they also have this little cover that you can put right here that gives you two little like style humps, and it makes this thing effectively a two-seater, but it's just cool. Also of note, we have the second gen Chevy Equinox. You guys know how much I love those. Flex fuel. This thing can run E85, guys. Putting out the big power.
Some people have to tune for E85. This comes stock with the E85 tune.
That's true. I don't know why I talk so much crap on these cars. My car can't do that. Okay, moving on. We have a Dodge Dart here, but look, he's got an Alfa Romeo badge on the fender. Oh, yes, it is. And it is currently parking lot pimping. Let's see, stick shift or no? Stick shift or no? It is. It's a manual. It is a manual Alfa Romeo Dodge Dart Turbo that's parking lot pimping. Sometimes, guys, the outskirts of the Cars and Coffee is where you find the real gold. Beautiful E-Type Jag right here. And we got an S2000, a U-Haul trailer. But look at this. You can tell from the size compared to the S2000. And look at that. The back wheels are articulated as well. This thing is massive. It's got like, I don't know, 55 lug wheels. Like, look how many lugs are in here. That's That's nuts. And of course, this S2000 is really cool, and it's got that really unique hard top. I forgot what those are called. Makes it that fastback design. Looks really, really awesome. And not everything from Cars and Coffee drives here. This guy actually trailered in his drag car. Look at this. And we've got some old school guys over here. We got an REO, a GTO, a Chevelle, another GTO, and like a period correct Ford hot rod. Oh man, look at this. I can't say I like the paint job, or the wrap, but all right, just pulled up a Performance Pack 2 Mustang. Now these are super, super rare, and they don't look that different from the outside. But the cool thing is it has 305s front and rear, mag ride suspension, and just all these different handling goodies on it. It's essentially like a GT350R, but with the 5.0. It's very, very cool, and you kind of have to know what they are to get excited about it, but that is a unique car. And as I've said, Cars and Coffee is about the diversity. So what you have here is a Nissan GTS-T, kind of like a right-hand drive four-door GTR, kind of. And then next to that, you have this Chevy Cruze on full display, and look at this. It actually is really clean for a Cruze. Moving on, this supercharger. A lot of people, when they say like, oh, I've got a 2-liter blower strapped onto this thing, when you have something like this, it actually is like physically bigger than what a 2-liter bottle would be like. It's big boy blower stuff. And next to that, we have what I could only describe as a plasti dipped Viper. In person, this looks like, how would you describe this? Like a rhino lining type texture?
A very matte.
Very matte.
Yes.
Yes. I dig the yellow fogs. I do like that. But I don't know if what I would have done with my Viper, but that's the beauty of car modification. Unless it's yours, you really can't really say much about it. Ooh, a Cayman S with a spoiler. Not surprising, there's a big crowd around that one. It's the only one here. Also, the owner is known. Also got an ISF here, like the 2nd gen, which is really cool. And another plate, F for fast. Get it? Because it's an ISF. Look, I have fans. Oh yeah. That's the coolest car here, guys. Appreciate the humor of my license plate. Please, point it out. It's funny. It's a funny plate. Yeah, they're appreciating it now. I'm loving this. Wasn't that fun? That was like bird watching. It was like, all right guys, so I think that's gonna wrap it up for the Cars and Coffee portion of Cars and Coffee. Now, a few of us are gonna go to lunch and park our cars there. So it's gonna be like a second little car show, but I think we've seen most of everything here. So let's rejoin this at the lunch spot parking lot. This is what car events used to be like pre-COVID. It's so cool to be back in the swing and back in a pack of cool cars just rolling to one location. If I was just driving down the road and I saw these cars all together, I'd be freaking out. I love it. All right, we are at the lunch spot now, and as you can see, it's like its own little car show here. And then, of course, we have, you watch JR go, truck collection backed in as if we're eating at some Hooters, when really we're eating at this fine Bricktown brewery. Just disrespectful. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, so we're all done with lunch, all done with Cars and Coffee. It's time to put the Hellcat away. What a fun day. This was just a cool time to get out there, check out the cars, see what was all out there. And as you can see, there was a huge variety of things, which was always exciting to see. It was just good to see cars and friends and just be outside together again. It feels like it's been an eternity, but it's only been a little under a year. Either way, very, very fun. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed some of the cars that we were able to see and spot and make commentary on. If you liked this, be sure to check out some of my other videos. As always, my name is Elliott. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the other normal YouTube stuff, and I will see you on the next video.